was just thinking, I'm glad you're the way you are. I'm glad you're you. I'm glad that you do the things that you can do. I like how you look. I like the way that you feel. I feel that you have a right to be quite pleased with you. I'm glad.
I do my makeup in somebody else's car. We ought to do
So,
things at the same bar.
in recent times,
Sorry, I'm not touching my... Sorry, start again.
Evan Edinger, you may have heard of him, and Xana, not just blonde, they made separate videos about sexuality. Specifically theirs, with Evan being Demi and Xana being Ace. And I thought we could sort of... Ace is short for asexual.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to
There
say,
you
is that
go.
another one that I've never heard of?
Ace is just short for asexual.
Right, okay.
It's really quite cute.
I like it.
It's really nice. And I thought we could have a nice little discussion about us.
Okay. You kept this... Wait, did you say that you wanted this chat to be about sexuality? Because I feel like this is a... Did you tell me?
Oh, yeah, I
thought
told
it was
you.
a nice surprise, but obviously you've already told me, I just forgot.
So, figured. Let's start at the very beginning. When did you know? Yeah.
I always knew, but I didn't fully accept it or come to terms with it or realise what it was until I was about 16. Like, all the girls that I was friends with used to talk about boys and how they fancied them and stuff, and I was like, why don't I feel like this? Why don't I feel this way? Why am I finding girls, like, talking about girls to myself in that way as they would be about guys?
Yeah. How did that go? How did you feel when you were like, this is different?
I told myself I would marry a man
Right, good start.
and pretend to be happy.
Wow.
That was literally the thoughts that I had in my head.
You'd marry a man and pretend to be happy?
Yeah, like no one would have to know. I'd just have to pretend.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
But if you think about it now, like, when I was 16, it's completely different to when girls are 16 now, or
Yeah.
like anybody's 16. So it was never talked about when we was in school,
Yeah.
but it's talked about a lot now.
Because it's just half a decade. Half a decade's difference.
Yeah, and it's a huge difference as well.
Yeah. A lot of sort of role models for people our age and younger.
Yeah,
Are
definitely.
more open and out there. There's more discussion being had,
Yeah.
such as this
Right
kind
now,
of
yeah.
thing. I was pretty similar. I was sort of... I knew I felt different. I knew I was not like the other guys.
Same, I knew that too.
Yeah.
Because you was always so weird.
Fuck off. But yeah, I knew that something was wrong. Because
Not wrong.
there's the thing. Because at the time, I thought something was wrong.
Yeah, same as me though. I thought
Yeah.
it was wrong.
Especially considering of the lot, you can sort of consider Bi, Pan and Ace as just non-existent in terms of being talked about.
I kind of knew about pansexuality before I knew about asexuality.
Yeah, I get the feeling that's how a lot of people feel. And so I just didn't have a word for it. So I thought that, I don't know, maybe it's just going to come later in life, or maybe I don't know. It was very othering, but at the same time I had more to care about. So I didn't focus on it too much until I was just going through the internet, going through this wiki kind of thing, and stumbled upon this page about asexuality. And I was like, oh, this is a weird thing I've never heard of before. Let me read more about it. Hold on. That's me.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, there's a word for it now.
You know what people have always thought about it though, and what even I thought about it when I had no knowledge on it or anything. Like, everyone assumed asexuality was no feeling towards anyone.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, you didn't ever want to be with anyone ever, and you never ever wanted to have sex with anyone ever. Obviously, it's not that at all.
Yeah,
But that's how
knowing
people-
me and how
yeah.
much I'm like, oh, girls,
Yeah.
it's just so, girls.
And, like, people perceive it as that way, but it's not that way at all.
Yeah, it's because I suppose what little sort of media representation there is, like a lot of people say that Sherlock Holmes is, but he's never been confirmed, and he's just kind of robot anyway.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ties to like autism in media, which is crazy.
Or asexuality.
Yeah, a lot of ties to autism, a lot of ties
I
to
see that.
sociopathy.
I see the autistic
Yeah.
thing being there, yeah.
And then there's like Jughead Jones from Archie, but in the Riverdale TV show, he's just been totally erased.
Yeah, yeah.
And I that's it. Those are the two that I can think of. Due to such a lack of discussion, a lot of people out there are just going to be thinking, hold on, is this even real? Because I know that Evan mentioned and Xana mentioned, and even I at points have thought to myself, is this the case or is it something else? For example, there's so much to it, whereas with there's a lot more simplicity with just being gay. It's just, oh, I like the same.
Yeah.
Whereas with ace people, you can be gay, you can be straight, you can be bi, just anything,
It's
etc.,
kind of
etc.
like an add-on.
Yeah, yeah. And even with that, it's like a slight... So you know The Sims? Mm-hmm. When you're making a sim, and you've got all these sliders, like how big's their nose? Like what gradient of skin colour is
Yeah.
it? It's like that. You click your drop-down box for like straight, gay, bi, pan, whatever, and then there's a slider of how ace you are, and
Yeah.
most people have no ace, but
Yeah.
then some people have just a little bit where they maybe don't so much like being physical with people, and then there's like fully where it's just like, nah, I'm totally not interested in anyone.
And then there's in the minus, because that's where I am.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Or I die without attention.
So yeah, it's this really weird, and if you don't fit like what a lot of people say, which is just no, you just know you don't want anything, then there can be a lot of self-doubt of just, but am I, if I'm willing to do this, does that really count? And
Yeah.
so what there needs to be is a lot more discussion of, hey, it's okay, no matter where you fall on the scale, you are still valid.
Yeah, definitely.
And I suppose that can even be applied to bisexuality, of being like, yeah, you can go for like 90% girls, 10% lads, and you'll still be bi.
Yeah.
However you feel, that's totally cool. If you feel like a label doesn't apply to you, that's totally cool as well. Just be you,
Yeah.
be happy, discuss things more, make sure it's out in the open so that other young people, if they're questioning, can have a role model to look up to and think, yeah, it's okay to be X, Y, or Z. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having this little discussion.
I like being gay.
I like girls.
I like girls, they're great.
Girls are amazing.
They are.
Shout out to girls.
I know, right? Tell me about it.
Excellent. That'll do.
I'm waiting for it, that green light, I want it. I'm waiting for it, that green light, I want it. I'm waiting for it, that green light, I want it. I'm waiting for it, that green light, I want it.
That was a good hit, well done.
You can stop it recording now.
Okay.